down. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
From the 41, Rodgers. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. Looking underneath, he's got Akers. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football.
Open man is the tight end, Troutman.
And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on 3rd down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers, right side complete. That's Woods. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. To throw, it's Rodgers. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he is going to have a Rams first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That's a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
2nd and 7.
Now it's Rodgers. Touchdown! Odell Beckham, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams do gain a bit of respectability. Point after try forthcoming. And they get a bit of a respite here from what's been an otherwise dreadful first half of football. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles.
This fielded right at the goal line.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield. So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Well, a good job shifting right, finding his target. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
That is caught inside the 5.
And the Bears are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up for the 1st and goal.
And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown, Bears. Allen Robinson becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Bears continue to pour it on. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
Aaron Rodgers, he's getting ready to go again here on offense. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that 2nd touchdown now. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now Allen Robinson and company gearing up to go again on offense. He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver because they need a quarterback throwing it accurately, people to block for the quarterback, so many other variables. But, boy, he's getting it done and in a big way. Right now, he wants to rock on every snap.
Yeah, he's counting his yards in the hundreds, not the tens. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
He's going to float this one deep right side.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
To throw on 2nd and 10.
Fields.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Fields throwing again.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he will not get what he needed as he stopped short of the first down at around the 22. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3, and they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half, so where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no go.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Eddie Goldman in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
They'll set up the screen here to Akers, and he is going to have a Rams first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Rodgers. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
On third and long, it's Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Here comes Cohen. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Back out onto the field comes Allen Robinson. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought.
Airing it out, looking for Ridley. That one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
He'll buy some time right. That's complete to Robinson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
Now Fields. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Good hands there defensively. And it's 2nd down.
To throw again on 2nd down.
Fields.
And he comes back with one complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. No surprise this offense would be able to convert. They're currently second in the league in first downs, and they pick up one here.
Yeah, not a stat that we talk about a heck of a lot, but it's a vital one. And in this case, it's really vital because what does it do? Keeps their defense off the field, gives them a chance to rest.
And he's in for the score, and his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And Woods has it complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. To throw is Rodgers.
Looking for Woods again, and he finds him.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. Working from the gun, Rodgers.
That's out to the flat for Akers.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a 1st down. Throwing is Rodgers. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
2nd and 10.
Rodgers again now. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. Now Allen Robinson and company gearing up to go again on offense. What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral, because this doesn't just happen by accident. This isn't 4 times where the defense just falls down or breaks coverage. He's worked awfully hard, changing routes, changing areas, changing angles, and getting open for touchdowns.
We knew he'd be part of the game plan in a big way, and it has been in a very big way.
Fields on 1st down.
And that is incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
This is a 2nd and 4. Ball at the 9. Here's Fields. Yeah, he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Bears add on. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Now Aaron Rodgers and the offense heading back onto the field. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we've got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. Here's Rodgers to throw. It's a loss of 11 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here comes the Rams punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. "39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return."
David Montgomery ready to take the field for the Bears' next possession.
And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts. Right?
And it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
And the Rams are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. So the deep ball giveth, and now the deep ball taketh away.
And you get deep on me here. I like that. Going to the next level in what you're thinking. And when you think about all the success he's had throwing the football so far, sometimes when you're doing that, you think you're invincible out there. But he was given a cold dose of reality on that throw.
And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty is a result of that hit there.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now Rodgers.
Quickly into the hands of Beckham.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw.
He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield.
That catch good for only a couple.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
Rodgers' throw pulled in by Woods.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Kyle Van Noy picks up his second sack of the afternoon. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Rodgers now to throw. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up fourth down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to try and go deep again, and that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
Fields throw there, complete to Mooney. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. To throw is Fields. Eluding the pressure right. There's Mooney with another catch. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Fields. Touchdown Bears. Darnell Mooney. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. They seemingly just continue to score at will, and as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win, but one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them, because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Throwing now is Rodgers. And he's got his man on the out route. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes. At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Montgomery, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. On 2nd and 7, Fields flushed out right.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Play action. It's Fields.
Escaping the pressure right.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. L.A. readies for its next possession.
And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Here's Rodgers. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. That catch good for only a couple. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 31-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked off at about the 31. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Here's Fields.
Flush to his right. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
From the 50, here's Fields. Quickly into the hands of Robinson.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 32-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Montgomery. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The football going back to the Rams now.
And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
To throw again on second down. Rodgers. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's third down.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That goes for a gain of 31. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Throwing again on second down. Rodgers. And bringing it in right side here. Beckham. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved. Oh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
Back to throw again. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. On second down now. Crocker. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up first and goal.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. No gain there on the completion. It'll be second down. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got it second and goal as they look for a late touchdown. Completes it right side to Cooper. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
Cosmetics.
Just makes things look a little better. I don't know. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, and it's hard to do, too. And the pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot, but you do like the fact that they're battling down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game is over.
By the way, how rude is that to the pig? Look at all the things they give us. Pulled pork, bacon.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. And this team continues to stake its claim as Super Bowl favorites. They are now eyeing an 8th straight win as they begin this drive here in the fourth quarter.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on second and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
On 4th down, Fields.
Flushed out right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. Well, certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
To throw, it's Rodgers.
Finding Beckham near the sideline for the completion.
And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Rodgers to throw once more. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point right down the middle as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. Now it's Fields.
And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Fields now to throw.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Back to throw. Fields.
He's going to look deep down the field.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And the Rams are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week.